Good morning and welcome to your daily market briefing for August 17th, 2025. The overall market sentiment is decidedly negative today, as all major U.S. indices are pointing to a significant risk-off move. We're observing broad-based market weakness, driven by rising volatility and a general sense of caution among investors who are grappling with persistent economic headwinds. The tech sector, in particular, is facing substantial downward pressure, causing the Nasdaq to underperform its peers and raising concerns about the outlook for growth stocks. Amid this turbulent backdrop, we're zoning in on NuScale Power Corporation, ticker SMR. The stock is caught in its own distinct bearish trend, drifting lower following its recent earnings report and now approaching critical technical support levels. Over the next few minutes, we'll dissect these market dynamics and analyze what's next for NuScale. Turning to the S&P 500, the chart paints a clear picture of the market's current state. We see a sustained downtrend that has now decisively breached its key short-term moving average. This breakdown is significant as this moving average had previously acted as support. The consecutive red candles indicate persistent selling pressure throughout recent sessions. This bearish momentum suggests that sellers are in firm control, pushing the broader market into a risk-off environment where investors are reducing exposure. We are now watching to see if a new, lower support level can be established or if the sell-off will accelerate further. Looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we see a similar story of a downward correction, though with a slightly different technical posture. While the index is clearly under pressure, it appears to be finding some tentative support right at its key moving average. This is a critical juncture for the blue chip index. The weakness among these established economically sensitive companies reflects growing investor anxiety about the domestic and global growth outlook. The market will be closely watching if the Dow can hold this line. A break below it would signal a more profound and widespread market downturn. The Nasdaq Composite is currently the epicenter of the market's weakness. The chart shows a sharp decline that is leading the overall market lower. This is being fueled by a significant sell-off in growth and technology stocks, which are particularly sensitive to shifts in sentiment and economic forecasts. Technically, the Nasdaq has suffered a clean break of crucial support levels, including its primary moving average. This action is a strong bearish signal, suggesting that the path of least resistance is to the downside for the tech-heavy index in the near term. Confirming the bearish sentiment we've seen across the indices is the CBOE Volatility Index, or VIX. The fear gauge is showing a significant spike, breaking out of its recent low volatility range. This upward thrust signals a sharp increase in market fear and investor uncertainty. Traders are actively buying protection through options, indicating an expectation of larger price swings and further downside risk in the immediate future. This rise in the VIX corroborates the risk-off tone and suggests that the current market turbulence may persist.
Now let's focus on NuScale Power, ticker SMR. The daily chart reveals a powerful bearish downtrend that has been in place since early August. The price has fallen decisively below the 20-day moving average and is now challenging the lower Bollinger Band, which sits near the critical psychological support level of 34. The technical indicators are all aligned to the downside. The MACD shows a strong negative crossover and is trending lower below the zero line, signaling sustained bearish momentum. The RSI at 36 is not yet oversold but is rapidly approaching that territory, indicating sellers are in firm control. While the stochastic oscillator is deeply oversold, suggesting the stock is stretched to the downside, we have no signs of a reversal yet. The key level to watch is the lower Bollinger Band at approximately 33.94. A break below this could open the door for further losses. So, what's driving this negative price action in NuScale? The primary catalyst appears to be the company's recent second quarter earnings report. According to analysis from Zacks, while the company is making steady regulatory progress, the financial results have spooked investors. The report highlighted wider than expected losses and, crucially, revisions to project timelines and cost estimates. This has injected a significant dose of near-term uncertainty into the stock. Herein lies the core conflict for SMR investors: the groundbreaking, long-term potential of its small modular reactor, or SMR, technology versus the immediate challenges of cash burn, project delays, and profitability. The market is currently focusing on the latter, punishing the stock for its operational and financial headwinds. Until the company can provide more clarity and deliver on its revised timelines, the stock may remain under pressure, despite its promising position in the future of nuclear energy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to sharing more market insights with you in our next analysis.